Okay, Dr. Sivan there, very calmly monitoring the final moments. Let's once again dip in and listen in to the control center.
5 kilometers. And then immediately we will have the third phase of operation, which is the fine braking phase, where we bring down the spacecraft from 5 kilometers to almost at an altitude of 400 meters above the surface where the landing is supposed to happen. And eventually from 400 kilometers, the vehicle, the spacecraft will not have any forward moving velocity. It will be only used to have a vertical descent for a touchdown. So the final phase of operation after the fine braking phase will be the terminal descent phase, where the Vikram lander will be brought from an altitude of 400 meters to 100 meters to 60 meters to 10 meters and finally the touchdown. So as we go through these operations, as I mentioned, it will be a 15 minutes of descent operation. Once the activity is initiated, we will be bringing you some of the flight parameters and the status, how the total operations are going on. So each of these phases during the powered descent are very critical and important in its own way, as it has a very specific objective and the goals to be achieved during the entire phase of operations. So maybe another 1 minute, 19 seconds to go. The further update as far as the descent operation is concerned, the Vikram lander has 4 main propulsion engines, each generating a thrust of nearly 800 newtons. And out of these 5 main engines, the 4 engines are throttleable liquid engines, which means we will be able to regulate the thrust of the engine, like increasing the speed or decreasing the speed of the engine to achieve the required deboost velocity. Another 48 seconds to go before this deboost or firing of the engines. The 4 thruster engine, throttleable engines are carried out.
जी हाँ, थोड़े तनाव भरे क्षण जरूर हैं, क्योंकि हम बेहद करीब 32 सेकंड के जब विक्रम.
Okay, so that clapping indicated that the thrusters have kicked in. 15 minutes, 28 seconds to go. The final 15 minutes. Raj Chingappa standing by, the scientists watching every event very closely. Let's listen into more clapping in.
थ्रॉटलेबल इंजन है, जिससे उसके प्रणोद बल को कम किया जा सकेगा. ऐसे 4 इंजन 4 कॉर्नर पे लगे हुए हैं, 4 कोनों पे लगे हुए हैं, और ऐसा ही एक 800 न्यूटन का इंजन जो है बीच में लगा हुआ. और बिल्कुल हम करीब इस समय विक्रम डिसेंट के स्टार्ट कर दिया गया है.
Vikram lander is now barely 30 kilometers above the moon. It's coming in to land. It is to touch down at 1:52 a.m. It's coming very close. Let's listen in. The Prime Minister also clapping.
Phase of operation for the Vikram lander has just been initiated with the firing of the 4 liquid engines, which I was mentioning, the 4 throttleable engines. The activity has just started. And right now we are at 35 seconds since the engines have fired. And just to give an update, the Vikram lander, when it was in an orbit of around 30 kilometers, when the descent operation started, it had a velocity of nearly 1640 meters per second. So what we are going to do through this entire phase of 15 minutes of operation, when the power descent will be done, is to make this orbital velocity of the Vikram lander from 1640 meters per second to almost 0 meters per second, so that the spacecraft could land on the surface of the moon. So the activity has just initiated. As you can see on your screen, the view of the Mission Control Center, with Chairman ISRO and Director of URSC, and Dr. Suresh briefing the Honorable Prime Minister about the flight event that are going on. So the time elapsed is almost 1 minute 28 seconds.
जी हाँ, धीरे-धीरे गति कम होती हुई 1507 मीटर प्रति सेकंड हो चुकी है, जबकि हमने 1630 मीटर प्रति सेकंड की गति से प्रारंभ किया था. और हर घड़ी की, हर क्षण की जो जानकारी है वो प्रधानमंत्री को पहुंचाई जा रही है. और इस समय हम करीब 1 मिनट 52 सेकंड का समय व्यतीत कर चुके हैं, और वेगमान लगातार घटता हुआ. और यही उद्देश्य भी हमारा है कि धीरे धीरे जो रफ ब्रेकिंग है उसके दौरान चारों जो इंजन हैं, उन चारों 800 न्यूटन वाले इंजन जो भारत ने पहली बार विकसित किए हैं, ये पूरी जो प्रणोद प्रणाली है ये पहली बार विकसित की गई है. और इस प्रणाली के चारों इंजन लगातार फायर करते हुए, प्रज्वलित होते हुए और लगातार वेगमान घटता हुआ.
So almost 2 minutes 20 seconds. And we expect this rough braking phase, which was just initiated, to last for nearly 10 minutes. During which time the velocity, the orbital velocity which the Vikram lander possessed of the order of 1640 meter per second should reach to something like 140 meter per second at the end of the rough braking phase. So basically during this phase it's a real brute force of operation where we are trying to kill the velocity which the spacecraft currently has, making it revolve around the moon with an orbital altitude of 30 by 100 kilometers.